Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Soul Talk with Cash, where we take control of our thoughts and tailor them to make lasting positive impacts on our lives. Now ladies, this video is especially for you, because when we understand that men and women express themselves differently, then it will make communication more beneficial and effective between you and your partner. Many of us women can relate to other women almost effortlessly because we understand what certain phrases mean, we understand what the body languages mean, and we can easily pick up those cues and we will know how to respond. But sometimes when it comes on to relating to a male, it seems as if we're from a different world. Now today, I'll be sharing with you how you can understand your partner's need for space and how you can build intimacy. Now, many of us women really wouldn't mind spending all the time around our partners, or most of the time around our partners, because that's something that we enjoy doing. But men really value their time alone. Dr. John Gray, in his book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, illustrates the man's need of pulling away as the rubber band effect. He described this as the need for the man to feel autonomy and to feel that level of independence. This rubber band effect, he says that the man will stretch as far as he can go really, and then automatically comes back together. And when he comes back, he will fulfill your need for love, and he will easily receive his need for love that he desires. In page 102 of this book, he indicates that a man automatically alternates between intimacy and autonomy. So women, if you are speaking to your spouse and you sense that he's distant, or you sense a bit of resistance, frustration, or that he's pulling away, it may mean that he needs some time to be by himself so he can decipher what exactly is he feeling, what is he going through. He can work through his emotions and experience that need to fulfill his level of independence and autonomy. Ladies, you don't have to wait until you see these signs before you start practicing giving your husband a little space. Give him a little breathing room, and you can do this by establishing some me time. Those quiet moments where you spend time by yourself doing the things that you enjoy. You can give him that time by himself so he can do the things that he enjoys. However, when you sense that he may be in this phase where he may be stretched for a moment, you can easily understand that that may be his sign that he needs some time. And ladies, let me share with you some of the things that you should not do when you experience these things. Do not force a conversation with him at a time. He will speak to you and open up to you when he is ready. Allow him that time to go and be by himself so he can work through his feelings, his emotions, and he will come back to you. When he comes back, you do not have to be the one to initiate that conversation first either. You just understand that he will open up to you and speak about whatever it is when he is ready. In that moment, do not follow behind him, trying to force the conversation, asking him what is wrong, what is happening, why is he operating like that, why is he behaving like that. Just allow him that breathing time. And do not blame yourself for the reason that he is behaving like that. Do not blame yourself for his actions. understand that this may be a natural process that he is going through. So you do not take responsibility for that, and understand that he is more than capable of working through his issues. And some men internalize these problems that they're faced with, and they come up with solutions on their own. When he wants your input or advice, he will ask. Trust him to do that. Don't worry about him. He will be just fine. Believe it or not, when you create this space between you and your partner, and when you allow him to go through this cycle of being intimate and being independent, you will experience greater levels of intimacy. Here are some things that you can try instead. And give him that breathing space. Accept that if he is willing to talk, and when he is willing to talk, he will do so. And ladies, when he comes back out of that phase, you in turn should be mindful not to give him the cold shoulders. You should be careful not to be closed to him because you're still upset and in your feelings that he wanted to be alone and he didn't want to talk to you when you wanted to talk. Instead, give a listening ear and allow him to express how he is feeling, and show him understanding, show him love and respect. And you'll be surprised the level of openness that he will be willing to show at that time. Do not criticize this behavior. Do not force him to talk if he's still not willing to talk. And if you show these signs that you are open and you are willing to listen, he will communicate to you what he is going through. Also, you must realize that if you start giving the cold shoulders and you are closed and not willing to talk, and you criticize and you are disrespectful, this can only push him away further, and he may not want to come home early. He may not want to come back into your space. He may want to be closed, and you may not enjoy that level of open communication that you desire. So it is good when you understand this type of need. That will help you to be mindful about how you respond to him when he may be going through this phase. Ladies, you should choose the right time and place to have certain sensitive conversations, because all conversations may not be appropriate when your spouse is in this phase. So you need to select the most appropriate time when you want to have conversations that you want him to listen and you want to get feedback from him. And you can also ask him, when is that time? Ask him when is a good time for you to have this discussion, and tell him specifically what you want to talk about. And when he sets a time, that time for you, make good use of that. The final thing is that you must maintain your own individuality. You do not need to be everywhere your partner is. You do not need to feel guilty for not being where he is. And you do not need to be doing everything with your partner. Your happiness is dependent on you. Do not leave that responsibility up to your partner to fulfill. Do the things that you enjoy doing. Maybe it's hanging out with your friends. Maybe it's gardening, listening to music, watching a movie, reading, whatever that thing is. Spend some time for yourself. And when your partner is going through that phase where he needs to be by himself, these are some of the things that you can practice doing. And when you spend time away, can you imagine how much more interesting your time together will be? Because you can share all these things that you have experienced with him, and you two can build that level of intimacy by just recognizing that you need to spend time away from each other, and also respecting and valuing your partner's time to be by himself. And you can fulfill your own needs by spending that time by yourself doing what you enjoy. And I guarantee you that your intimacy will improve by incorporating these simple steps into your relationship, and by practicing spending time by yourself and allowing your partner to spend time by himself. Because when we understand that this is a need that men have, then it will help us better be able to know how to relate. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that you'll never miss another upload. And be sure to share this with someone who you know can benefit from this information. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.